Howdy there, YouTube. This is Wesley giving you a call back concerning Minecraft. Now, I have a new server here that I've been playing on the last couple of times, which I find is quite interesting. Now, I'm going to leave it on the screen for a couple of minutes while I go ahead and chat along with you guys here, just for a couple of minutes, though. This is called KiwiFisher's Pixelmon server. Now, these are probably some of the best servers that I've ever played on, concerning any server, might I add. The people are constantly friendly. There's not a lot of griefing as long as you claim the location that you like to play on, but this is more or less, I'm going to be using this as an example for the new mod that I've been constantly playing with here as well. I have recently started playing with the Pixelmon servers themselves. Now I am going to go and hop in and show you guys the thing, show you what this particular mod looks like and how it particularly operates and different features along the lines of that, just so we can get things started and pretty much where we need to be. However, let's start things forward here. I'm going to go ahead and click into the server that I tend to play on a little bit more than most people. I don't tend to go on server 2 very often. Now, as you can tell, I have Minimap installed in the corner here. Now, for some strange reason, and I'm not sure why, it constantly goes to the lower right when I don't need it. Now, Minimap is great when it comes to service. It's another mod that I have installed, and that's just to help me out concerning how to get things going. Now, as you can see, I'm in the midst of a forest biome. I was actually in the process of attempting to locate a Treecko, but instead, and I'll use this here as a nice example, I found a nice retextured version of Psyduck. Very, very nicely done. Now, unfortunately, I have no internal audio again. The internal audio that I had, unfortunately, for these particular features disappeared on me, and now I have one installed for the feature that I'm currently using, but unfortunately it does not work the way I would like it to. I can't record my voice, which means you just be listening to me playing Minecraft without anything else along the lines here. Now, as you can tell here, there are other people playing on the server. As you can see, some of these people have certain statuses that depends on certain Pokemon that they have donated for the server. Now, this particular server currently, right now, only has Mew available, and they spawn in the same biome that I am currently playing in. Now, that's just a heads up here, they're very difficult to spawn, and if you can even locate them, the biome is absolutely huge. Now, they're smaller biomes, but they only spawn in large biomes. As you can tell, I've got a home in this direction. There's a gym marked, my friend Mineshine's place. An admin's place is over that way that can say I'm quite decent friends with. Now, I'm more or less working away here to get this started for you, most of you all here. Now, if you can hear my TV in the background, I'm apologizing. I just am alone at home, and silence just doesn't sit with me very well. Anywho, I'm moving forward here to give you an idea exactly what it is. Now, there are commands that you can use on this particular server that are very nifty. I have 3 homes that I can walk back between 2, but I'm approaching the desert biome here. Basically, just across this desert biome here, you can do. Now, the best part about this particular game is I'm getting attacked by a cactus. Is the Pixelmon themselves. Now, this is my username when it comes to Minecraft. Look me up if you want to take a snoop. This is an enormous, and I mean, this is probably the biggest Charizard you're going to be able to get. Now, I have different Pokemon throughout the game here. This is my Marshtomp. It was actually a Metagross, but I'm having issues with my giant Metagross, and it keeps actually crashing my game, so I'm not able to use them very often. Now, I can fly through the Pokemon that I have here. This is my Mew. I've nicknamed him Moo. A nice old lady friend of mine had a Mew named Moo, so I just decided that was the nickname I was going to give her. She is female. They have genders. They have natures. You can EV train everything. Moving on through is that legendaries in the servers aren't implemented, but in single player they are. Now, this is actually a shiny, as you can tell. So it's got a little bit of a sparkle going on. Shinies, all the Pokemon that are implemented have the shiny versions. As you can tell, I have an Umbreon, and if you noticed, it threw in what was classified as a friend ball. So friendship and happiness has all been implemented, stuff along the lines of that. I might as well throw out Zapdos here. Now, the key configure, all the key configures come in when you start off the server, the new servers. I'll show you in episode 2, most likely, how to get things done, and the R button is to retract the Pokemon. So I believe it's them all retracted. Now, certain ones are mountable. Marshtomp is not fully evolved, but Charizard is. Now, because I have a small screen here, there's a Pokemon, there's a Lapras under the water there. I have a certain headset that's allowing me to see in the water a little bit better. Now that's DeGrosse. He is actually one of the mods on the server. Very decent. There's not a lot of certain things. There are specific rules you have to follow on these servers. Server 1 a little bit more strict than Server 2. And the reason why is that Server 1 tends to have a bit more donators, and we try to keep this up as here. Now, as you can tell, this is a protected lily pad bridge. This is my key location. I live around here. I'll explain what this is here. A few friends and I have an arena. This is my home. I've got some friends that live up on the mountain here, which we actually just implemented some new rules into the server that caused everything to pretty much... we actually needed to copy and paste their home. Coming in here, now I am using a texture pack. My friend actually, the other night, provided me the link to this one here, and I love it. It's absolutely outstanding compared to the default texture pack. Now, there's another one that I'm probably going to be using for the nostalgia. It's called Pokeballs texture pack. It's actually for this particular game. All these items are pretty much boss drops. As you can tell, I have a Master Ball in my inventory. All these nice little features here that I can pretty much use. You know, it works really, really well. I have a lot of diamonds. That's just because the other day a friend of mine came through and we mined and mined and mined. We spent a very long time now. Mobs, normal mobs like monsters and animals do not spawn in this server. So, apricots. Yes, you have to plant and you can harvest your apricots. You have to forge your own Pokeballs. It's absolutely great. But going back to things here, you have to actually... There's no food. So this game is actually required, for right now anyway, with the update that it's currently running on, is actually... Now, I don't have the newest version of Pixelmon, nor will I be updating to the newest version, because the biome, it has problems with the... This is the altar of Kiwi. This is the... my friend and I made this as a joke. This is the face of KiwiFisher. He owns the server. We made a bit of a joke here with some friends. We actually took some time. Now, as you can tell, these are the names of the people that made it. Sacred Heart 09, he's actually a very decent friend of mine. He hasn't been on quite so much as I would like to say, and if he ever does come back online here, I would very much, if you guys ever wanted to join the server, I would definitely recommend it. Now, this is not a cracked server, so all you people who may be playing with a cracked version of Minecraft, this server will not be able to be played. However, standard Minecraft will still allow you to play the mods. That's no problem at all. Now, more or less, the reason why I'm showing you this server is because, first of all, it's great. I absolutely love this server, and I'm not going to be doing much here. I have no clue what I'm at for time. And I'm normally going to do 10-15 minute intervals of Minecraft episodes, more along the lines of that. So what I am doing currently here is, now I am going to, unfortunately, you cannot hear, once again I do apologize that you are not able to hear the sounds in the game. That's my problem I have with my game system right now. I have a different recording software that I was trying to get around, and it goofs up and gives us this really ridiculous looking watercolor. Now, I might have to do this in two separate ways. I might have to set this up a specific way so that, what I'm looking for is set up a specific way that I record the video first with the internal audio, and then go through later on with recording the visual audio craft when it comes to certain things as well. That way you can hear the in-game features and stuff along the lines of that. Now, I'm going to send a quick Mew, because that is actually the status I have. Now, Mew is catchable in the server. This is the only legendary that you can actually catch. I donated for one. I decided I wanted to donate to the server. I quite enjoy the server. I am not ashamed that I'm donating. It's a great server, and I am more than happy to keep it upline, and it's all available here as well. I'll do a bit of a video here concerning certain things in here, but as you can see, Pokemon, there's actually NPCs that you can actually battle. They have Pokemon that you can work with. Now, different things along the lines of that. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to run over to this arena, because there's a PC here, and I'll show you the different Pokemon that I have currently captured within the time period. As you can tell, Charmanders, every Pokemon in this game spawns, except for a few like Porygon and Driftbloom. I'm not sure if they spawn in the new update or not, but in this server, they don't spawn. They are working... the admins and the owner are working on maybe getting them spawning or putting them into the donated store for you to get. So stuff like Porygon and Drifloon, Rayquaza don't spawn, Zapdos and Articuno don't spawn. They're all donated Pokemon. But as you can tell in here, there was have some Pokemon here. Fossils completely implemented. You actually have to go dig them up. And as you can tell, there's a shiny Magikarp here. He eventually will be Red Gyarados, but I'm leaving him where he is right now. So as an example, all these nice little features are put in. So I'll go ahead and grab this Onyx, and I'll throw him over this little white thing. It's got 1 HP. The PCs do not heal your Pokemon, so just to remember as a heads up, I forget all the time, might I add. Excuse me. But you have to do certain things in here. Basically, there's a summary. It's level 21. It's an Onyx. Rock ground. Level 20. You can go to moves. Shows you the Harden, Curse Throw, Rage. It's got Power. Accuracy is unavailable right now. Description: the user stiffens all the muscles on its body and raises its special as defense stat. So this particular one will be decent. Stats in here: growth rate is ordinary, which means this is going to be at standard size Onyx. It's not going to be big. It's not going to be small. What I can show you here very quickly while I'm in the server is sizing differences. I'll go ahead and move Marshtomp with my second Charizard and just give you an idea here. Now, I showed you the enormous Charizard. This is my big beauty. I love her. I think it's a... I'm not sure if this is male or female, I'm not going to lie. But this is my other one, which I remember is female. As you can tell, there's a significant size difference. This Charizard is actually small compared to this enormous Charizard who is deciding it's going to take a bit of a walk right now. It's great. I actually very much enjoy this mod. I am going to throw both of these Pokemon back. I'm going to go into here and just to double check to see what gender this is. I am not 100% sure, so let's go ahead and pop open my O button and take a seat. So the smaller one is male. The larger one is female. Gender's not really important in the server. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Now another example is that this is one of these. I think it's this one here. This is a pygmy. This is the smallest you can get. So this is a pygmy Bulbasaur, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is my enormous one. That's a small one. I think that's the enormous one. Yeah. So if I was to level him up to maximum level, so here's the enormous one, decent size at this level. He'll get a lot bigger as he levels up compared to this one here, which is, as it levels up, it's probably not going to get any bigger. So you can actually go and catch the sizing you want, and then find the natures you want. If you train them, it's all implemented. It's absolutely marvelous. Now, I am only doing it on this particular server for the reason why is because I am actually in the process of going to start a single player. Get some things done here. Now I'm going to go ahead and just throw my Charizard back in. This is my server team. Oops, did I just release that Bulbasaur? I did. So, oopsies, I've killed my, looks like my pygmy Bulbasaur, was it? Yes. So I've killed my Pygmy Bulbasaur. I am going to be sad about that because I actually wanted to keep that. So you remember to put them back in or they get deleted. That's something that's that's the first time I've ever experienced. Just double checking the rest of the boxes to make sure. No, it's gone. It's gone. Now, as you can tell, there's certain people trying to sell shinies right now. It's something that bugs me is they don't say trading. But other than that, then certain items get implemented. It's harder to get certain Pokemon than it is others. I'm gonna have to find myself another Pygmy Bulbasaur now, thanks to my own stupidity. But, well, I am probably gonna leave it at that. There's not much more I can actually explain concerning the server. Now, there are specific rules. I might as well go ahead and take a snoop here. Now, there are people here at spawn with me. Now, there's two ways. Most people just jump out here, but I like to prefer the button. Hit the button, it warps you right down. I was inside this Master Ball here. There's the shop. Now, currently, right now, trading is bugged at this server. Now, the servers, they're not sure why. They've actually removed the trading machines that used to be along the lines inside here and the chests. Here's the healers and stuff. Healers you cannot break. But there are a set of rules in this particular server. Now, this man is awesome. He's dressed up like Batman. Now, certain things in here, we've got, these are the warps to the world. You'd click those like you did the other button, it would warp you below me. Now, there's a certain way I like to do this. 84 Tournament has things set up here. Now, these are the rules of the server. X-Ray and other mods are banned. Don't claim other people's stuff. Nether portals are not allowed. Yes, nether portals are not allowed on this particular server because it can actually crash the servers, which in this particular mod, it requires a lot more memory than standard servers because of the Pixelmon and everything that randomates, and the amount of trainers that have their Pokemon, because every time the world saves, it's got to actually spawn all the Pokemon on your PC. All these different things as well, and I'm actually so sad I lost that Bulbasaur, you have no idea. Yeah, I'm absolutely upset with that. That's just, ugh, so sad. But I'm glad I got to keep... I don't use them. I'm going to let you know that now. I collect... is that Pygmy? Please be Pygmy. It's small. Good enough. I catch these guys all the time, so I'm not really worried about catching the starters. They can show up, getting the right natures and stuff. One other thing is that, and I use this as an example, if you die, I'm going to kill myself right now by jumping off spawn, and I'm dead. You do not lose anything in your inventory, absolutely at all. It all stays, nothing happens. You may lose some feet armor or whatever you need to do. It works perfectly. I very much love this server. It's probably the best servers I've ever done. Now, this is how you jump off spawn and survive. Now, this is another arena. This was actually professionally made by one of the builders on the server. I based mine off of that the best as I possibly could, but sadly, I'm not that awesome at building. The glowstone looks absolutely amazing in this texture pack. Absolutely love it here. And you can't build inside the spawn radius. There's a couple PCs down here for you to go through. And as you can tell, as this is a multiplayer server, you're going to start seeing buildings that have been griefed, people leaving the server, being banned. That stuff, you know, we really can't moderate. You can't. People are going to take this stuff, unfortunately. There's nothing you can do about it. But if you claim it with your gold, you're automatically given a gold shovel. You can start things off by using the gold shovel. And what is up with this Ghastly? My god, that is gorgeous. The texture pack I'm using changed his look. That's beautiful. Okay, sorry. I'm used to it being a little bit different. The Pixelmon. Not all of them are implemented. The starters that are currently missing in the server update is Chimchar and Tolchik. Sadly, they are the most overpowered Pokemon, so they starters actually removed them for later later release dates. So I'm not sure why it wasn't the server that removed them; it was the actual Pixelmon creators themselves. As you can tell, now, there are certain mods that are banned. As an example, one of them is also known Pokeradar. Now, I will not use Pokeradar in my particular features. It actually will sit there and track certain Pokemon. The mod in the corner here that looks like a map is called Ray's Minimap. Ray's Minimap is actually a fusion between two different minimaps, Ray's and Zan's minimap. Zan's is well more known than Ray's. I like Ray's minimap because it gives me the options to switch between them both. You can flip right over here, you can go to minimap options, and I can flip right over to Zan's minimap, which most people can recognize right here. Now, these minimaps are allowed on the server as long as you're using the non-servered version. Now, it is set up so that the single-player one will work. I can link everything in the description if you guys would like to install this mod. It's great. If you just log Forge, this is a 1.6.4 server, might I add. That'll be the version of I'm going to be using. Now, the sun, I am amazed by this texture mod. I have not seen one as nicely as this one here. It's called DokuCraft. If you guys implemented, this is DokuCraft High. I liked it a little bit better because the colors just absolutely gorgeous. Now there's a light and there's a dark one. The dark one is for that medieval look, and the other one is for the more fantasy look. Now this one here is just for the, I think this is the fantasy look, might I add. And the light one I think is just for more towards a more humane look. Now I only have the light one, it's the high one installed. There's some big gold ducks over here. Now the Pokemon are to scale size of Bulbapedia. Now they went from the ordinary size of Bulbapedia, then they made the small versions of them, and the larger ones of that. So if you're ever curious to see what a Pokemon size is compared to a person, let me just F5 here real quick so you can see me. Now you can't really see my face, unfortunately. I'm going to take off my helmet so that you can. Now this is more or less a fusion between my old skin and a new skin. I like the skin a little bit better because it's red. Unfortunately, I like my old skin too because it had a better facial features, and I can't figure out how to edit it on my Mac. Yes, I'm using a Mac. You can probably tell because it's got Minecraft at the top of the screen. You can see my dock at the bottom of the screen there as well. But as an example, compared to some Pokemon that look at a decent size. Now, this is an ordinary-sized Umbreon compared to you. Now, I never expected Umbreon to actually be that big in the TV show. It is all based on the game, so this is the actual size of Umbreon compared to in the Pokemon game. So it's actually a decent. I quite enjoy it. Let's F5 one more time so I can see things again here. One more thing I would like to add. Yes, you can drown. It is something you can do. Once again, if you die, you will go to spawn, which is that way somewhere. I lied. It's that way somewhere. Over this way. So other than that, then there's not much things concerning that here. I'm gonna go ahead and troll this guy because he's asking from you. Sorry. Now that was a slash me. What happens if you slash then talk? It sometimes puts slash me in. Slashing mean can get you muted. Now, if you apologize knowing it's an accident and you don't do it repetitively, perfectly fine. World save. Big thing on the server, do not speak. If you speak in world save, you will get muted for 24 hours, but that's absolutely fine because if you speak during the server... That pumpkin looks so sad. If you speak during world save, what happens is that you can actually kill the server. There's so many things having to save. Talking during world save can cause so many problems. Yes, and answer Nadadadado's question. Yes, shiny Mew spawns. However, it is probably rarer than. Yeah, it's just a little joke there. Spawns, however, it's probably rather than Kiwi letting us all have a free Master Ball. He doesn't give them out. It's as easy as that. The mods will not give you something unless you screenshot it and showing you proof that you had it first. Anywho, other than that, then yeah, I'm probably gonna disconnect here. Now, I am gonna leave is here. I'm gonna actually slash home 2 because this is my other. Oh my good lord! What is happening? Oh, so these aren't part of the mod. These are actually wood staircases. This is so disappointing. Oh. I'm switching over to the default Minecraft to give you an idea what this is supposed to look like. This is my normal look in my house. I'm not really too bad. It's birchwood steps. Yes, this is my Aether portal. Now, this mod does not support Aether. Before you get me started, I built this to troll a few friends. What happened was that I had Kiwi, who's another good friend of mine. We actually went in and we played with this thing, and we put water inside it and left it there. So you could stand here and you drown, you could hop out and it wouldn't splash out, but someone came along and broke the invisible blocks and it flooded the house. So I had to come in and fill it with dirt so that the water would go away, then break the dirt, and then back to that. So, sadly now, I'm going to go back over to my other resource pack because I love this. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Don't care if I have to patch it. I'm on a Mac, so I'm not really going to need to worry about it. It just gives more color to the house, it looks like. But means I might have to rebuild it with a different wood texture. I'm not sure. Yeah, but I absolutely love this server. I am going to let you guys know this is absolutely a server that I would recommend. What do I have in these chests again? Birchwood planks, birchwood stairs. Apparently, this is an old version I'm going to need to run MC patch on. I'll have to do that later on. I don't use the server very often, so... so other than that, then I'm going to probably have to find a new sleeve when it comes to playing single player if I'm going to get this connected textures, error messages. I don't care. I absolutely don't care. I love this already. Don't mind it at all. That's why my friends use Junglewood stuff. Some ice. Oh yes, gyms. There are gyms that are implemented now. I claimed this house for a while to keep it intact, and of course, someone's come in and tried to break the stuff, and they broke the back window to get in. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Then other than that, I think I've been going about 20 minutes. So I might have to cut a little bit. Anywho, there are gyms implemented. Other than that, then here, this is pretty much my main home. That's the other home I claim because I wanted it. I might break the stuff I put in there, take all my wool out and move and then move back this way, so that way I can add more to certain claims, like maybe add another line from that over 1. That way I can make this floor even. What the bloody... this is a world save here. So you'll notice in a second or two that there's going to be a broadcast message. Do not talk, you will be muted. Yeah, that's what happened. You'll get muted for 24 hours for speaking on the server during a world save. I absolutely agree. There's the broadcast message there. Absolutely agree with it. I'm not going to lie. It's probably perfect. This is my mine. You go down there, it goes into some mine tunnels, and... Geodude, this is the battle sequence. Just kill it with Dragon Rage and it'll be the end of it. So, X-Snipers123 has just been muted. It's auto-mute. And so is Gilversano. I'm not even going to yell at them. You can't even whisper during What's Safe. Anywho, I'm going to leave it with that. That's a hostile Graveler. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to kill it with fire. I got Mash on in the background if you guys can hear it. Love it, show. Anywho, I'm going to leave it with that. I am going to sit right here. I'm going to press escape, and I am going to say later days. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to listen to more. Have a good day. No, not push.